I love using Basecamp to be able to manage the different projects that I've got going on. I do web development and social media strategy and a lot of things for a lot of different clients in all kinds of arenas. So, what I love about Basecamp is that one, I could set up this area of templates and you'll see that I'm logged into Basecamp. In these templates, I could say, here are the default things that I always have to do. So if I'm dealing with an author, speaker person, then I know the general template of the project will look like this within certain reason, or real estate will look like this within certain reason, or basic web setup would look like this one. So if I take a look at my checklist, I could say, I want to start a new project with that kind of a template. And it's got my normal checklist of do this, do this, do this in certain orders ready to go for me. However, if you don't have something like that set up and you're just wanting to take a look at the rest of the features, here I've selected on one of the clients that I'm working on right now, and you can see here are the different things I can do in here. First off, I would need to invite somebody to the project besides myself. So I'm the administrator. Maybe I need my graphic designer to see this. Maybe I need the client to be able to see parts of this, so I could go in to invite more people. And you'll notice that here are the teams, so my graphic designer might be part of the team. But this great little tab here called the client is pretty fantastic in that I can turn on client access for this, and I could put in what the client's email is here, and it says we're going to be using Basecamp to share ideas and this feedback, so go ahead, log in, and you'll get access to this particular project. Now, I don't want to finish this at the moment, but let's jump back to the main screen. We can also, in this, add in a lot of different features to track the project. So if I were to add in a discussion, the discussion might be instead of emailing the client, maybe I have a question, so I send them a discussion message and they would get it via email. So it's not that they have to remember to come here. Everything still sends them a, hey, there's this thing over in Basecamp. But rather than trying to clutter up your email inbox, all of this is being recorded here in the project. Also with it, you can drag and drop your files and or attach any from the computer. So if you've got maybe a contract that needs returned or something, they can just sign it and upload it right to this location. The next thing is a nice little to-do list. So this to-do list from the main screen, I could say that in here, I can hide the to-do list from the client or show it to them. So this to-do list might be mobile access. And maybe I don't need the client to see it. And so the client can't see this particular to-do list. In it, I might be saying like create a responsive theme for website. And here I can assign it. Now, if I have multiple people on the project, you would see the other names over here. I'm going to assign it to myself and say that this thing is due by Saturday. So there we go, that's in, it's scheduled for Saturday. I could keep adding more things to this particular to-do list, or I could say I'm done. And then I could add another list, and maybe the other list I want the client to have access to. So on the client one, it could be, for what the work that I do, it might be that I need collect info. So save and start adding, and right in about page. And then I could assign that to the client. So that way the client knows, hey, I'm depending on you for the content of your site in my case. So that's something that you could see, you could do, and it's a great little way to kind of take care of all of these things. Now, also in this same area, at the top, we can see that we could also add in a discussion, which we looked at already, or a file, or even just a plain old text document. So if I look at discussion, there's the discussion again. If I look at file, there's the way to attach from the computer. And if I look at a text document, the text document area is kind of just a little basic text editor on the computer. And I can save that back out to my computer. So that's pretty cool. So if I look at the main site, I'm going to hit OK. If I go back out to the main list here, you'll see a So when I clicked on the project name, you'll see just kind of a list of here are all the project updates that we've got. We can see the to-do lists below. We will be able to see the additional information at the bottom that's been shared, whether it's a discussion file or text document. And we could also see the dates. So the dates area, that could be, putting in your meetings. It could be also showing any of the dates of your due dates of when things are supposed to be due. So if you have a reoccurring meeting every week, you could say, I want it to start on Friday the 2nd, and it goes for however many weeks. That's pretty great. You could also say, don't show this event to the client, or do show it to other people. So this one also lets you, just while you're here, take note of this, loop someone in who isn't on the project. So somebody that that doesn't have any responsibilities, might be a receptionist. It could be just somebody else in the projects. So it's not someone that actually has to do anything. It's just that they need the information of that there's something going on. So you could set up a way that they get email notices of all these things, and then you could add an event. So we'll hit cancel here. So that's the bare bones of how to use Basecamp. I think it's pretty fantastic in terms of all the features that it has. It really makes it great for me to work with my clients, since most of the work that I do is entirely online. So check out Basecamp today.